From the halls of heaven, I gaze upon the earth, where the brave rise not from thrones, but from ashes. Among them was one soul whose courage glowed even through shadows. Her name was Animosity. I remember her journey well. It was the year her heart was weary and her spirit bruised. She had traveled far 12 hours by road, through mountains and valleys, to a quiet town called Woodstock. She walked its cobblestone streets with the ache of someone trying to find the pieces of herself again. Inside a small store, her eyes caught a block of wood. Words engraved upon it, words I myself had whispered into human hearts many times. Strength and courage aren't always measured in medals and victories. They are measured in the struggles they overcome. She bought it, not knowing those words were a message from heaven, a gentle reminder that even broken wings can still rise. Animosity had known the weight of despair. At 22, darkness wrapped around her mind. Buried memories of childhood pain rose like waves, drowning her peace. Her days became filled with medicine bottles and sleepless nights. Her prayers turned into questions that echoed unanswered. Why, Lord, why me? For 10 long years, she wrestled with the unseen, 6 years denying her illness, for years learning to accept it. I watched as she cried out to heaven, and then fell silent. Her faith dimmed like a candle in the wind, but it never went out completely. Even when she turned from the church, even when her lips could no longer form prayers, there was still one thread that tied her heart to the Father, and that was enough. Each morning, heaven breathed strength into her lungs, just enough to face one more day. Then came the dawn. She began to rise again, slowly, trembling, but rising nonetheless. She found hope. She found healing, and in time, she found love. But life on earth never runs without new storms. Animosity faced loss once more, a miscarriage that could have broken her all over again. Yet this time, she did not crumble. This time she looked upward and whispered, I still trust you, Lord. That was her victory. Not the absence of pain, but the power to stand after it. And now, as I tell her story from heaven, I remind those who hear it, you are not your struggles. You are who you decide to become. Animosity's name is known among the angels, not for perfection, but for perseverance. She showed that faith the size of a mustard seed can move the mountains of despair. I still hear her voice echo the song that saved her life. Words that rose like prayer from her heart to the throne of God. Lead me along the path, lead me along the winding way. I don't know what's around the corner, Lord, but I know that you'll be there. And indeed, He always is. So when you walk the valley of shadows, remember her story.